I don't claim to know much about much, and I feel like I know less every single day. But I definitely know this. Big adventures start in small places. In this particular case, the grocery store. Yeah, you heard me. This one started in the grocery store. It wasn't a day unlike any other day. Senya and I woke up, we did our workout, we did our client stuff, we went to go get some chicken. Just chicken. That's all we needed. Went to the grocery store, and while we were in there, we were waiting in line when I looked back and I noticed Graham. Graham right away struck me as somebody who was definitely not from here. He struck me as somebody who was kind of sewn from the same cloth as I was. The first thing that really struck me about Graham was his hat. Graham was wearing a hat from a local radio station in Newfoundland where I'd grown up in Canada. I knew right away that he had to be Canadian. And if Costa Rica has done anything for me, and it's done a lot, the one thing it's done is it's made me a lot more sociable. So we struck up a conversation. Graham and I probably only spoke for about 30 seconds. But within those 30 seconds I found out that he was a pipe fitter from Canada, we had both worked in the oil field, and we had a few mutual friends. There wasn't anything absurdly remarkable at the conversation I had with Graham. He was a nice guy, we had a lot in common, we said hi, we headed back out to our car, and that was it. Or at least I thought that was going to be it. Graham approached us as we were putting our groceries into the car. Hey guys, how are you? Listen, I just wanted to ask, do you guys want to come out on a boat? Senya and I looked at each other. Hell yeah, we'd love to come out on a boat. You see that fine looking gentleman on the left? That is Graham. Now Graham introduced us to Dale. Dale's the man on the right. Dale owns the boat. Dale used to play hockey professionally for the Bruins. He had a major injury in his youth. He wasn't able to play anymore. He worked for Disney and eventually climbed his way up to president, had his own real estate business, made a ton of money, and eventually got out. Enough was enough. I'm going to do my own thing. He bought his boat and he started sailing the world. I'm not going to act like Senya and I do this every single day. It was a chance meeting with a really cool guy who introduced us to another really cool guy, who introduced us to his wife and their friend Tony. Sailing ensued, and here we were. It was a beautiful day, and we were having a blast. I brought the drone along, and Graham and Dale were actually pretty enthused about it. You never really know how people are going to receive these kind of things, but they loved it. There were dolphins everywhere. The amount of sea life out there was teeming, and it was an incredible experience. I would have been able to show you a lot more of that, but I probably chased these things around for a good half an hour before I realized, hey man, you're not recording. Now you see this right here? This amazing cinematography? Yeah. This was my oh shit moment. I'd had the drone out for well past where I should have with its battery life. And I realized, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to get this thing landed. I can't show you all the footage exactly because somebody might not have been wearing a top on the boat and it wouldn't be right. But I can tell you this. We tried so many times to be able to grab this drone and land it as we moved, and nothing was working. I mean nothing. Now you're about to see me jump off the boat. That's right. I'm jumping off the boat. The drone's going down. I got 5% battery, and I don't think I'm getting it back. So Captain Thinks a Lot, myself, my plan inside my own brain was to swim out to the drone, possibly grab a hold of it before it hit the water, and one-hand it, tread water until the boat turned back around. That's not quite how it went down. I'd be lying to you if I said drones are impossible to fly, but they do take a little bit of practice. All those fine people on the boat right now are trying to fly the drone closer to me. As you can see, their plan isn't quite meshing with mine. Now, I won't give you a direct insight into what I was going through my brain at the time because, quite honestly, there were a lot of expletives involved. But I will tell you this. At a certain point, and at a certain point only, I made peace with the fact that I was probably never going to see my drone again. Yeah, you see that little swimming guy in the water? He's not doing a lot of swimming anymore. In fact, it actually came to the point where I gave up. I decided I was going to turn lemons into lemonade. The drone was going down, I wasn't getting it back. But you know what? If I was going to lose my drone, I was going to go swim with some dolphins. And At this point, although you can't see me, I'm probably a half of a mile away from the boat, the gap is increasing, and I'm looking for some dolphins to swim with, because even though this will be the worst day of my life, it's also going to be the best. I'm a strong swimmer, and Senya wasn't worried about me. I don't think anybody on the boat was either. They were more focused on grabbing the drone, and that was cool, because there were some dolphins probably 100 feet away from me, and I was going to say hi. The drone was gone. Or was it? Somehow, someway, Senya learned how to fly this thing. Graham managed to snatch it off the front. I wish I could show you the footage, but it stopped recording. So I don't have the footage to show you, but I do have some good news. The drone, somehow, someway, thanks to the captain, Senya and Graham, survived.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Eventful day, eh?
It's pretty awesome.
What just happened?
Well, oh! I don't know what that was.
Oh!
What a lively ocean.
Yeah, this is amazing, babe.
I'm so happy that you could ride that boat, drive the boat. So we ended up taking the drone out. Matt's the drone expert. I've never flown this thing in my life. I just just enjoy the videos, and we took it out, and was the battery dying? Is that what happened?
Yeah, the battery was dying.
She was going down. She was going down.
Over the ocean.
So Matt jumps in, hands me the remote control, and I'm like, I don't know how to fly this thing. And we almost sunk it 3 or 4 times, and Matt's like maybe, I don't know, 30, oh, dolphin, 30 meters out. 30 meters out, and I'm fucking shit up pretty hard. So everyone's trying to land this thing. And they throw me the remote, like, if it's going down, it's your fault. I'm like, fuck my life. So I grab it, and somehow Garth and we bring it in.
Now the pandemonium and bond that we built in managing to land this thing, or at least they built, while I was off trying to ride a dolphin, is truly incredible. It speaks volumes about the ability of humans to come together for a common cause when under a little bit of trouble to try to save a plastic overpriced object that flies around and takes pictures. But you know what? It also comes with the lesson that good friends are hard to find, and you never know where you're going to find them. We met some really cool people. We're really blessed out here, and every day brings a new adventure. I don't really know what the overlying lesson or moral is in all this, other than this. Always be open. Next time you're standing in the lineup at the doctor's office, or the post office, or the grocery store, turn around and say hi. Small talk creates big friendships. That's all for today, guys.